Hello and welcome to the Principles of Programming series. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 9 Labs in C++. But before we do get started, go ahead and smash the like button, leave a quick comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. When you do subscribe to the channel, it helps you navigate easier, and it also notifies you when new videos are posted. If you're unable to do that, go ahead and create yourself a free YouTube login. Once you do that, then you'll be able to interact with YouTube videos by commenting and also liking and also subscribing to other YouTubers' channels as well. If you, and like I said, it is free and it takes less than a minute. All right, so let's dive into our video. Our first lab is going to be Chapter 9, C++, Lab 9-4, which is writing functions that return a value. And our task in this lab is, you complete a partially written C++ program that includes a function that returns a value. The program is a simple calculator that prompts a user for two numbers and an operator, which is plus, minus, asterisk, or a slash for division, or the percentage. The two numbers and the operator are passed to the function when the appropriate arithmetic operation is performed. The result is then returned to the main function, where the arithmetic operation and result are displayed. For example, the user enters 3 and 4 and asterisk. The following is displayed: 3 times 4 equals 12. Now, the source code file provided for this lab includes the necessary variable initializations and input and output statements. Comments are included in the file to help you write the remainder of the program. So task 1, write the perform operation method that accepts two numbers and an operand as arguments and returns the result. Task 2, the program accepts two numbers and an operand from the user and displays the results. An example of the program is shown below. Enter first number, we're going to do 4, enter second number 4, enter an operand, they use the asterisk, so we'll do that, and we get 16. So now let's take a quick look at our code before we get started. Alright, so here we have it. Let's make more room for that. Well, all right, so we have our variables. We have two doubles. First one, number 1 and number 2. String called operation, and another double called result. So we're going to start here on line 25. We're going to call the perform operation method here. So we're using result equals perform operation, and since we have number 1 and number 2, number 1, number 2, and let's go operation. Alright, and since it is a method or a function, show that this way, perform, yeah, we're going to use our brackets. Actually, that's already what I'm using for that. So we're calling the method, sorry. So let's go down next. What we're going to put in work is on line 39. Let's make that line. Here, we're going to write performance function here. So since it's a function, we'll do double perform operation, and the same double 1, double 2, double number 1, so space number 1, double number 2, comma, so capital T, C, and let's do comma, and let's do string upper. So we're going to use the same as name. And there's our bracket. Let's close. And now let's throw our brackets up. And we're going to do double results equals 0. Let's go down to if statement. If upper equals plus. All right, next let's go. From here, we'll go result. Equals num1 plus num2. And let's semicolon there. Next, let's go line that back up and let's do the if or the else if. And let's see. Upper equals the subtraction sign. So select the plus up here, just like that. So let's go that one. So this is result equals num1 minus num2. Alright, you can copy and paste this. I'm going to take the time to type it up to this. Copy and paste is right. Then here, we could do else if. Upper equals, you guessed it, the asterisk. And then result equals num1 times num2. Alright, this is starting to make sense. This one is a little different. We're using division. So let's go the next line and let's go over to another else if. All the else ifs are basically going to be the same except for you're going to have the options. Else if upper later equals, and we'll use a slash. Slash and go down to our result equals let's do that. We're gonna do this one different because okay, let's do a bracket here for this. This is going to be jacked up. If we don't, let's put our result in this bracket. Play with that. We will play with that to see. Else if. Let's do an if statement with this bracket. If num2 equals 0, so if it's exactly 0, division by 0 is not allowed. So that's my division is going to be slightly different. And let's end this line. All right, so we can still inside these brackets do another else. Let's be lined up with these if statements. Brackets else space result equals num1 divided by num2. So unless you got 0 as one of those numbers, that'll work. So now with that bracket outside of this bracket, let's go down to finish our else statement for this one. Else and another counts out. Error. Error. That error period, and it should say not a valid operator. And in line. Okay, so still got these 2 and 2 and 2. All right, so we are looking at our method, and one thing that's showing these errors is because we didn't, or I didn't camel case in the function or method, and now those cleared up. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's get our. Let's run this one. We're going to use 4 if it works. And see what we get. All right. So we get an error again. Alright, so it's not running ours. Let's go ahead and do it in the Visual Studio. Just copy and paste it. I'll be right back with that. Alright, we got to copy and paste, and so let's try to run it. And it's going to go to see if our dialog pops up. Launch program, review, solutions, cancel, exists, okay. So that one does not exist. Let's run this again. Copy it again and run it from scratch. Alright, I had to retype this one up again without talking. So line 24 is what we changed. Alright, what we added when we called the method. And here's line 36 is where we picked back up. I'll let you look at that. I don't see anything different, but I've been looking at it too long. I probably made one simple error. This right here, this bracket, I put after this else if statement instead of underneath it. And I thought it didn't matter, but apparently it does. If there's anything else anybody else finds, please put it in the comments. But this is the solution. And it did run, and I'll run it again to show you. So 4 enter, asterisk, enter. 4 times 4 equals 16. And I'll even calculate it to make sure as well. Calculate grade, and we'll wait for that. And as you can see, it did come out 100, and we get our green check marks on task 1 and task 2. So once again, let you look at the code from 36 to line 50, I think we did to 53. And we'll go back up one more time. If you want to pause that, then we'll go back up to here, to line 9. Make sure that is correct. that's it for this lab. We'll move on to our next one, which is going to be Chapter 9, C++ Lab 9-5, Passing Arrays to Functions. Or in this case, passing arrays to methods, same thing. Let's go on over to task. In the task in this one, in this lab, you complete a partially written C++ program that reverses the order of 5 numbers stored in an array. The program should first print the 5 numbers stored in the array. Next, the program passes the array to a function where the numbers are reversed. Finally, the main program should print the reversed numbers. The source code file provided by the lab includes the necessary variable initialization. Comments are included in the file to help you write the remainder of the program. Task 1, write the reverse array method to reverse the order of the numbers in the array. An example of the program is shown below. Original contents of the array 98765, and then reverse contents of the array 56789. So once you hit run, you'll see this displayed if done correctly. Alright, so let's go for that. Let's look at our code as slow as we can. And here's our array 98765. It's already done for us. So here we're going to start with line 16 and print the contents of the array. So since we're printing, we'll use our console out, and it says original numbers. Let's see, here we go. Original contents of array. There's going to be in there. And new. And then let's hit this line. Semicolon. That's all we need for that one. Now call the reverse array. Actually, no. Let's use our 4. And let's go x equals 0. And then semicolon, and then let's go x is greater than 5. And then x, just add 1. And since there's a for statement, no semicolon is needed. So let's go down, and then we'll cancel out here for this for statement. And then we'll do numbers. Reference the array, x in a box, and then we'll end the line. Right. And that's all. Numbers should be S upper number. And there we go. Okay. So here's the name of our array numbers. That's an S. That's why I cleared up. So next, we're going to call our reverse array function here, and we'll call it reverse array, and then numbers is the name of it, to the array. And then here, since we're calling it, we'll use a semicolon, and then we're going to print the contents out, so we know that's going to be a cancel out statement, and plus cancel out. This one says reversed contents of array. Oops, colon. And then let's go end line. Now we'll use a for statement for this one too. Code it. Camel case it, sorry. There we go. Now let's go down. Let's skip a space this time. Use 4. X equals 0, just like the other one. And then we'll use if x is greater than 5. Please don't go past these 5 numbers in the array. There's only 5 of them. Semicolon, and then x plus plus. For statement, no semicolon needed, but we will have to cancel outs, numbers, and of course our X in a box. And then let's end this line. Semicolon. Alright, so that's the end of the main function. Got that done, and next it wants us to, we will need to write a reverse array function. So let's get that set up so we know what's in it. And we're going to start it off where we always do in C++ with void reverse array. And then we'll use integers int and values from so from an array. Now let's use our brackets. Oops. And let's do the first one, call it int temp. Then we'll go temp equals values. Let's put 4 in a box. There. Next, values for equals value 0 in box. Semicolon. Swap that again. Values. In a box. There we go. Now let's go down to our next line. Value 0 equals temp. Temporary. And then give a temporary value. This time equals values 3. Three. Equals values 1. And values 1 equals temp. Semicolon. Alright, so that is the end of the reverse array function. Notifies the bracket. Let's take a look at our code again. And everything looks good. So let's go ahead and run it. Actually, let's look at it, all of it again. Top. So let's see. We started here, print the contents of the array. Cancel out x5, x greater 5, x plus, cancel numbers x. Called reverse array, numbers, then print contents of the array. Again. There's no i's in there. Alright, let's run it. Looks good from here. Let's get our output window open. Let's run that. Hoping to see this result here. Collect to error ID undefined reference array int. Let me look at that line. Reverse array int. Undefined reference to first. There we go. Didn't put my E there. Spelled it wrong. So that's how we run it again. So that was the only error, and that corrected everything for us. Original contents of the array 98765 and then 56789. So yeah, you'll get used to finding those errors and fixing those. Let's calculate it. And while we're waiting for it to calculate, let's look at our code again in case you missed anything. Starting from print contents of the array, line 16, to line 40. I'll leave that for you while that calculates. And we got 100%. Bring it out so you can see it, and check for our green check marks. And we have our green check, 100%, so everything worked out good on this one. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see other videos like this and to continue on in the Principles of Programming series as well. All right. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one.